Hey guys, this is a therapist task guide for trust regain. For this task, you have to find a dorms 303 key, a ZB014 key, a military checkpoint key, and also a gas station storage room key. And this is also an old photo, so that's why the name of the key has changed, and you also now get plus 0.25 to therapist rep instead of 0.3. So you can get this task depending on who you chose to hand over the chemical part 4 task to. You did have the option to pass into therapist for out of curiosity, proper for big customer, or skier for chemical part 4. So basically you had to decide which of the 3 options better suited you in terms of what the rewards were from each trader. Whoever you chose to hand it over to will fail the task for the other 2 traders. However, you will then get a task to help you regain rep for the 2 corresponding traders that you did not select. So if you did choose to hand the task over to therapist for out of curiosity, you will not have access to this trust regain task. Although majority of people do select therapist for the injector case reward, since it is such a game changer for your secure container, if you do end up crunching the numbers at the time of choosing who is the best option to turn the task into, it is possible that the price of the 2 ammunition cases that proper gives you will outweigh the price of an injector case, and you could actually choose proper and sell both cases to then buy an injector case and still have a couple 100,000 ruble profit. And if that is what you ended up doing, then we are here trying to find some keys to give to therapist to gain her trust back in return for a plus 0.25 increase to your therapist rep. So the keys that you need to hand over are the dorms 303 key, a military checkpoint key, a gas station storage room key, and then the wood ZB014 key. And just that you guys know off the top, none of these keys do have to be found in raid for you to be able to hand them over to therapist for this task. So theoretically, you could just buy them from the flea market and then hand them straight over to therapist just to be done with this task if that's what you wanted to do. However, the prices could be quite high at the early to middle stages of wipe, so that may not be an option for you, or if you'd rather just find the keys in order to complete the task, whatever the case may be, I will show you guys in this guide some ways to find these 4 keys that you need. So starting with the dorms 303 key, there is no hard spawn for this key, but it is very common in the pockets and bags of scavs as well as in jackets or in drawers, or you can always barter trade it with level 1 therapists for 7 T-shaped plugs and 3 blue insulating tapes. Or like I did mention earlier, you can always buy it from the flea market for usually around 10,000 rubles. And now moving on to the military checkpoint key, which does also spawn in the pockets and bags of scavs as well as in jackets or in drawers. And for this key, there is also a hard spawn on customs at the warehouse number 7 behind the USEC building, which is close to the ZB11 extract, or some people also call this the boiler building as well, and I'll show you guys this spawn now. So I'm here in customs right now beside the GPU van. This is where the USEC building is. Then this building to my right is where the warehouse 7 or the boiler building is located. So we are going to be going inside this building, and from this point at the entrance, we are going to be going to the far back left corner where there is a couch with a dead lootable scav on it. Just behind his duffel bag on this couch is where the military key can spawn, or like I mentioned, you can always just buy it off the flea market for around 30k rubles. And now I will move on to the gas station storage room key. This key can spawn also in the pockets and bags of scavs as well as in jackets or in drawers. However, there is also another hard spawn for this key on customs, which is going to be inside of the new gas station behind another locked door, which is the gas station manager's office key. Inside of this room is where the storage room key can spawn, which I will show you guys now. So I am here in customs in front of the new gas station, and we are going to be going inside of this building where we will be turning to the left and then going into the first door on your left. Once you open up this door, which does spawn closed, inside of this door you will notice a hallway which will have 2 locked rooms on your right hand side. The first door is the actual gas station storage room, which is the key that you're trying to obtain, but where we will be going is to the furthest door on your right hand side, which is where you will use the gas station manager's office key. Inside of here, the storage room key can spawn underneath of the desk on the left hand side, so the key can spawn right here, or you can also buy this key from the flea market for between 50 and 80k. However, this key price does vary quite a bit, especially at the start of wipe, sometimes costing upwards of 250k, which as you can see by this image is where it's currently sitting at right now at the time of making this video. And lastly, we will be going over the wood ZB014 key, which does also spawn in the pockets and bags of scavs as well as in jackets or in drawers, and there is also a potential hard spawn on customs, which is going to be located behind the locked door, dorms room 220, so you will require a key in order to check this spawn. And now I will show you where the spawn is located. So I'm here in customs just in between the 3 and the 2-story dorms buildings, and we will be going into the 3-story dorms where we will be going in through the main door and then up the staircase 1 time to take a left onto the 2nd floor. Once you get on the 2nd floor, you're going to go down this hallway until you get to the elbow of the 2nd floor, which we will take a right and then head down this hallway. We're going to go down this hallway until we get to the 2nd last doorway on your right hand side that has the metal grate on the outside of the door, and this is going to be the dorms room 220. If you do have this key, you can unlock the door, and inside of this room on top of the desk, you will see a laptop, and just to the right of the laptop is where you can find the ZB014 key if it did happen to spawn for you in that raid. You do also have the option, just like the other keys, to buy it straight from the flea market, but it is an expensive key at the beginning of wipe, typically for around 100 to 150k, but the price will decrease steadily as the wipe progresses and usually will be bought for around 30 to 60k. Now, it is worth mentioning that this task is not required for Kappa, and it is also a dead-end task, so there will be no other task locked behind it, so technically you don't really have to complete this task if you don't want to. And if you do have an EOD Tarkov account, you probably will not have to complete this task to get your rep back, since EOD accounts do start with a higher trader rep than standard accounts at the start of wipes. However, if you do have a standard account and if you are having difficulties progressing with therapist trader level, then you can definitely do this task to quickly increase it. So hopefully you guys found this task guide useful and it did help you to potentially save money on not doing this task. If you're still here at the end of the video, then I definitely appreciate you and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is just a couple of my different social links in case you guys wanted to connect more easily. I am primarily streaming on Twitch now multiple nights a week. So if you do want to connect with me or my community, that would probably be the easiest way to do so. And if you do come over to the Twitch and you want to join the Discord community, then just type !Discord or cord in the chat in order to get an invite link. And if you don't use Twitch, then I do have a link in the picture as well as a link below in the description. And we are growing and currently have an active and welcoming community with people of all experience and skill levels. So there will always be someone who could help to answer any questions that you may have. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.